What's up, y'all? It's Shuffle. We are doing another viewer submitted run, this time from our friend Ollie in Discord. So thanks for sending this in. I'm currently out of viewer submitted runs except for one more that I had to go and secure myself via email. And I'm excited to do it, but I'm not going to do it till probably the weekend or next week. So until then, if you have runs that you want to submit, throw them in here. Otherwise, I do have other ideas for content, so don't worry, the channel's not just going to implode because people stop sending me videos. This looks like we're going to do the veteran Necromancer for a blasphemous vial, which is a good choice to get. And we are taking a grave robber team, so I am a huge, mega fan of this. So that's pretty nice. And let's see. We have Antiquarian to help set up blights, and then we have some pretty good units for the ruins that also specialize in support and healing and stuff like that. So we're not too worried here, although this team is pretty defensive with stun potential and dodging, so if we're not playing in torchless, then I don't think it's going to really have to worry too much about raw healing, so Vestal can actually get away with being in rank 2. So we have one pretty decent quirk here. Obviously we didn't get some other cool stuff that we may have wanted, like Slugger, but that's okay. So this Crusader loadout, I'm seeing a lot of control with the Paralyzing Crest and some defense here. I don't think we need to worry too much about Crusader dying. Like, Crusader is pretty thick on his own, so this might have been able to be like an accuracy thing, just to help us land more stunning blows, but it's honestly not that big a deal. Then we have Bulwark of Faith. You could get away with like Holy Lance instead of Bulwark, but nothing's really going to move you in here, but I usually do prefer Holy Lance just in case like a surprise at full torch happens. We have some interesting trinket choices here for Antiquarian, so we have a Berserk Charm with like what looks like a color mod, and then we have the Crescendo box. So we have like damage and then speed, and Antiquarian does like speed, so we have damage on top of that. But then we have damage over time to set up Grave Robber, and then we have this heal, which is okay, and then we have the Protect Me. So this is kind of awkward here because usually I prefer to use one of these two for Antiquarian because she's gonna be setting up Grave Robber pretty constantly, so she might only get one chance to nervous stab. But even then, like, even if you're not setting up Grave Robber, still using Festering Vapors does damage in a lot of cases, so there are a lot of targets for it, so I would rather just run the one defense move, and then, like, I don't know, maybe get back, or whatever, or get down. It's kind of hard to say what the fourth move should be, just because Antiquarian is going to be doing a lot already, just with this and this. Maybe the Dodge Vapors, but it's kind of weaker early game. Then we have all this damage in these trinkets here. I don't know. Maybe we don't have feather crystals. That's also possible. Grave Robber. So we're losing some Grave Robber speed, which this may be to help Antiquarian set up here, because if Grave Robber is slower, Antiquarian is consistently able to drop the Festering Vapors to set up the turn 1 lunge, which some people are a fan of the turn 1 lunge. And then here I would prefer... What would I prefer here? I would actually prefer, with this setup here, I would prefer, instead of Pick to the Face, I'd like Poison Darts. Just because the only time that Grave Robber can use Pick to the Face is if she's up here in rank 2. But usually Lunge is going to get you more damage unless they're just like a beefy frontliner. And if they are a frontliner with Prot, then even Poison Darts is going to do arguably some good damage compared to this, but it's not bad. It's just a small thing. It's just that having Poison Darts is usually more applicable. And then we have a lot of crit and accuracy and then flat damage, so those are pretty nice setup. Oh, and then trinkets. We have Precise Striker. That's actually a point in favor of Pick to the Face because we have like another synergy for it. Then we have Unholy Slayer. Okay, she's gonna do some work in here. Yeah, the goal is to set up Lunge with Blight and then just shank him. Okay. Luminous. Ooh. Ruins Adventure. Okay, this is a pretty good Vestal too. We don't have Mace Bash, even though we're going to be chilling in rank 2 most of the time, but we're probably just going to be stunning. Like, it's going to be these 3 skills, like, pretty much the entire time. And we have, I think, Book of Relaxation, even though it's blue, and then we have Junia's Head. So we do have some... We're still net minus, what is this, like 10 stress? 10% stress? Hot to Trot on the Antiquarian. Swag indeed. Okay, I think we're going to since we don't have sound, I think we're going to skip the opening narration. Oh, we're traveling so light. This is like the bare minimum. Let me see this. There's a potential, depending on... Yeah, because we're not, like, stacked on gold or anything like that. So there is a case to maybe take one more holy water, one more key, and then one medicinal herb. Just because there are, like, 3 different things that the key can be used for in the ruins. And there's a couple different things for holy water. And then there's the alchemist table and the Iron Maiden both take this, and I think they both give treasure. So there's a chance to get a lot of money here for very little investment. About 40 seconds we're cutting off because we don't get to listen to Wayne June, which is fine. I might have muted it myself anyway, or skipped. So the boss is always the furthest away. It looks like the top route is the farthest by, I think, 1 room. We're supposed to open with Antiquarian, yeah. It's okay. Everyone makes that mistake, including me. Do we cap out the torch here? I think we do, yeah. So we're opening with a blight on our target here. Yeah, definitely the... Ooh, crit. The spear guy is the most threatening of the 2 that we can hit. It's actually pretty good too, because he's going to bleed out anyway. And we're wasting a guard turn, that's pretty good. And then we're stunning. So he's stunned next turn, which is pretty nice. Although now he has his protection buff up, and he's the only thing we can hit, so that's just kind of like an example of a very crappy enemy roll. I've actually never seen something like this, if I can be honest. Like, I don't remember a spear dude in rank 4, and then a bunch of stealth guys. Oh, that protection hurts. Yeah, group heal is always more efficient. Got 2 people that took a little bit of damage. Even with the bulwark and the tough ring, he's still getting decked for 6. Are you kidding me? Yeah, just stun, rotate stuns, heal, rotate stuns, heal. That's pretty much what these other 2 are going to be doing while we wait for... Let's see. While we wait for, Grave Robber to kill everything. So this here... you may be able to get away with not using Protect Me. I understand why. It's to give, the Crusader just a bunch more defense because he's already marked. But I feel like there's so much just healing output on this team, and we're up front to use Pick, that we could actually just either give Protect Me to Grave Robber to make her a little more, defensive so she doesn't get hit by these 2 guys. Or we could just go for damage. I probably would have went for damage on this guy, just because this looks like he's, right now, 3 turns away from dying, unless we hit him again. And we have these guys, too, that are prods. So I probably would have blighted instead, but let's see how it plays out. Now we have a very thick Crusader here. Alright, so the crit is showing that it was, in fact, the right strategy to use a defensive thing instead. The crit too, oh, that's so nice. Since it pulls him up because there's no corpse, then you can just stun. Although we could have stunned with the Vestal, but it would have been much nicer to be able to... Actually, you know what? Let me see. I think this would have been better. There's a case to probably just chop this guy, or chop this guy with the Crusader, and then stun with Vestal, because you're going to get 1 turn guaranteed to heal at some point. But we'll see. I feel like I'm being very nitpicky. I'm also trying to respond because I got a comment in the other videos like, you didn't do as much, I would do this instead commentary. And it's like, sometimes I feel like a jerk if I'm doing that. But I'm trying to, I guess, give like all the alternate plays at this point. We definitely want to blight something. Like, I am not worried Crusader... Like, I'm not worried about Crusader at all. With that tough ring and all of those other defensive bonuses, I'm not worried about him at all. We might be able to double stun, too, with the Paralyzer's Crest. But, yeah, so you see here, Crusader, even though these guys have prot, Crusader just, chopped him, and that was the end of it. So, if we had killed one last turn by chopping, we could have chopped again, and we still would have got this heal. Now we're forced to like do an awkward heal that has no efficiency or try and get the rare stun up here. That was like 30% chance or 25 or something like that. And see, now we have another turn to stall out too. So we had plenty of chances to like end this fight sooner and still get all this healing. Like we still left with full HP. We still would have left with full HP if we did it a different way as well. Gotta make sure I don't stutter. It's like one of the hard parts of live commentary. Oh, that's not cool. That's, I think, plus damage. So it would have been nice. Oh, what the heck? It's actually not a bad surprise roll. It could have been much worse. It could have been Crusader in rank 4, and then we would have been mega sad to not have Holy Lance. Dang, all that damage on Nervous Stab. She's trying to tell me, it's like, no, Shuffle, I'm supposed to have this damage. What? Getting some stuns. What do you do? Yeah, we pick this guy. You always take the enemy that has its pick, right? Shadow Fade. I don't know. I don't know what the chance to... I was going to say, I don't know what the chance to kill was on pick, but usually you try and kill the thing that has a turn up. Yeah, you actually don't want to protect me here because then you're giving these spiders mark synergy, which is not the business. Yeah, I like that. Throwing dagger, and then we lunge next turn if we have to, in case the Crusader misses. Went for the stun for the accuracy and got the stun chance. So that's also showing we could have double stunned the last guy. So we don't have to put our team back in order after the fight? Okay. Yeah, we could have double stunned the skeleton from the fight before. So we're using our torch hotkeys, clearly. Yeah, it sucks. Since we got that statue, it would have been nice to get that after we camp, but it came so early, we're not going to be able to maximize the bonus, and then Vestal took it anyway. Okay, Spear Thrust. Pretty sure the rank 1 dude's going to impale, so he needs to be stunned like ASAP. Okay, that's fine too. That was kind of a low roll. That's unfortunate. I would stun. I would stun 100% here. Just because I stun, he's guaranteed to die. I know it was a very juicy group heal, but we're going to find times to group heal anyway. Oh, he didn't impale, so it didn't matter. I don't think we need Bulwark, honestly. I'm not that worried about the damage. Yeah, especially because you can just do that. You can just use Protect Me, and it's like mini Bulwark anyway. Yeah, that's just my bias. I'm not a huge fan of Mark tanking, just because I find like it's unreliable, usually. Had too many instances of enemies just ignoring my Mark character. Oh! All that protection came in clutch. Ah, no! Does he have to spend his turn moving? I think he does. Especially if the shield guy's got the, You move. You move 100% of the time here. I know we're thinking about Inspiring Cry or something now. Yeah. It's good to weigh options, though. It's kind of weird not hearing, like, sound and stuff like that. Like, I did it before for a different one, but it's hard to keep track of what's going on. Surprisingly, the audio cues do matter. Okay, big lunge. Big non-crit lunge for Veteran. 38? Excuse you. Trying to work some stress down. I'm not too worried about stress at this point. I feel like we're being a little overprotective because we have camping coming up. And we haven't even seen a goblet, bro. I'm wondering what the camp situation is going to look like, too. Man, I don't like Mark tanking, and here it is just being absolutely effective. It's crazy. I was wondering if it was worth high rolling or trying to high roll the crit on the shield guy, but I don't think Grave Robber can hit hard enough in Veteran to kill it with Pick to the face. Just because Pick has the natural damage penalty. I think we Blight this guy. Start wearing him down. Not even to lunge. I guess we could lunge, but I think we still like just Blight him down. I think we Pick. I think 2 turns of Pick is actually a lot better than Shadow Fade into lunge, but Shadow Fade into Pick would actually be really good. So we stun this guy. Oh, these crits. Maybe we don't have to stun. I think this is like the time to try and get a Inspiring Cry out. Because we're just going to hope Grave Robber crits here. Even if she doesn't crit. Alright, we got healing there. Lunge is still more damage. Even with the protection difference, Lunge was still like a point more damage and way more crit. My goodness. Guessing we don't need blood. It's kind of tough to justify blood for one. Again, Now we're missing Holy Lance. It finally happened. I don't know. You could argue that you don't need Holy Lance, though. Yeah, especially with Antiquarian being able to do that. If she had, like, Get Down or something. You know, there was an interesting way to do this. I don't even know if it's right. But since, like I said, I'm trying to talk about every potential play here, you could have actually considered, I mean, like, anyone, right? Not just the person playing, but there's a consideration for Protect Me right here in case he tries to point blank. Then you just get point blank on Crusader back there, but then you might get pushback or something like that, so that would suck. I don't know. It's just something interesting because there are ways to mitigate the situation without just having to move, because moving by itself is usually very low tempo. Which is why if we don't want to do it, or if we don't have to do it, we don't want to. But yeah, so like with Bulwark of Faith, it's probably shaved off a good like 10 or 12 damage at this point, maybe more. And Holy Lance has only been usable in like one situation. So as much as I'm like saying that Holy Lance would be pretty cool, it may not be the most effective. Who knows? I just like the insurance. I hate getting surprised. Oh yeah, we had to move with Antiquarian on turn 1. See, that was the other thing. If we had Holy Lance, Antiquarian could have used Festering Vapors on turn 1 on that thing, and then we could have lunged it. And then we could have Holy Lance to get Crusader back up, and then Vestal would have been in a pretty good spot in rank 3. So there's a lot of stuff that could happen there, but the team's in the right order. Man, that was a snap pick. Oh, he has like 1 hit point. Okay. So Stunning Blow is worth more accuracy, so that's why we do it, just to close out. Yeah, start working on him. Throwing Dagger. Yeah, okay. Solid. We stun with Vestal, and then we like Inspiring Cry with Crusader on himself, right? Yeah. Was that? Okay. I don't know. Grave Robber can work off more stress by killing stuff. It's not a big deal. Or trying to stall. Do we have to stun? No, we have to kill him. So we have to Festering Vapors. Because he's going to get another hit off here. And the bleed. So I don't know if that was actually worth. Like the one Inspiring Cry. Especially, I keep thinking back to the fact we're going to be camping. Keep moving the mouse here. But we're going to be camping here in a second, so we don't need to do all of this stall. We haven't even hit a hunger check. Maybe we're not planning to feast. Got more food. Oh yeah, we're very close here. Like, mathematically, you could camp at this point. If you wanted to, because your buffs should last until the fight. But usually it's still better to camp closer to the boss just in case. Because if this room isn't a fight... Okay. It doesn't matter though. 2 times. 2 times we need Holy Lance. 2 times. It's crazy that it's happening this much. And it's crazy that it's happening for the exact... like, stupid reason that it shouldn't be happening for. Which is, like, getting surprised at full torch. The chance of that happening is not that high. And the fact that it's happened 3 times in this dungeon, that's just very unfortunate. Ooh, that... oh, man. Okay, so that... This is Darkest Dungeon deciding that we need to lose. So, resist the stun, even though it's an okay chance. Rebuttal crit. And I don't think we can lunge from there if we wanted to. Uh-oh. Okay, does that not stun? Excuse me? Is that not till, like, later on? I will say I love this Grave Robber palette. I know it's a random thing. I love the purples. I just realized they're all, like, the same looking color here. But the purple on Grave Robber specifically, and Vestal, looks freaking gorgeous. Alright, that was actually really good here. I didn't say anything, but, like, this is when Judgment is awesome. So Vestal has, you know, a chunk of her HP missing. She could single target heal for like 9. Or she can zap something and heal for like a little bit less, but get this huge tempo swing. So zap him for 6, he's gone. Even if it doesn't roll 6, he's still probably dead just to the blight at that point from even like a hit of 3 or 4. And then we heal for 6 instead of like 8 or 9. And we get stress off. So Judgment is such a good move. I think people sleep on it. Oh man, dodging to even out that fat crit. That should be a stun, yeah. Yeah, we have to get rid of Spear Guy here pretty soon. Okay, I agree with that. Zapping. Now we're on the high tempo thing. I don't think we had to zap there. Because this Throwing Dagger, if we're going to use Throwing Dagger, Lunge would clean it up guaranteed. Let's not be greedy. But I think Throwing Dagger would have been enough. And then Vestal could have group healed, actually. Yeah. But it's okay, though, because... what is it? Vestal still healed herself with that. Maybe that's the stun move. I can't remember. That's unfortunate. Especially with the crest, we group heal here. I realize I'm not saying anything, but yeah, I would have group healed there just because it would have topped off Vestal. But again, not the end of the world. These are just like minor differences. I like the Crusader is not... oh, that is the stun. Yeah, I like the Crusader is not stress healing himself. He's like, I'm going to help everyone else. Y'all my homies. Stun? Ooh. We got to get... oh, we can't stun! Holy Lance would have been really good, though. Oh, that's so nice of him. 8? I didn't know he could roll under 10. That was so low. Oh, Protect Me's gone, too. There's a case to Protect Me at that point. That's alright. No. We should have zapped. Because that just, like that... there's a good chance of that happening, and it just erased our group heal that we used. Especially because I'm going to keep saying we're camping, right? So that's why the torch just went out. So it's not as important to, like, keep your HP and stuff topped off. Like, right this very second. We're stalling out, trying to get the Inspiring Cry turn here. Yeah. We got it. Gotta snuff the torch again. Spam click. We can camp with the loot window open. Let's see if we do it. Because if we camp with the loot window open, it's going to free up some food and... do it. Click it. Click it. Click it! But yeah, it's going to open up the... there we go. Perfect. It's not a common trick that people know. So, like, if If a player sends me a run and they don't know you can do that, then I don't fault them. It's just like, I need to call it out so everyone knows. Zell's speech? Yeah. It's always a good button to hit. We don't have any nighttime ambush preventer. So if we don't have nighttime ambush preventer, actually, do we? Am I tripping? No, it's prey. It's not sanctuary. Okay. So if we didn't have a ambush preventer, we should have shuffled our team before camping. So when we do run into enemies, they scramble us back into the right order. It's weird too. I always use the word scramble instead of shuffle just because shuffle's my handle. So I don't want to like overlap there, but I'm loving these backgrounds. Whatever this mod is. Pitch and the Blood got all this heirloom stuff. I was saying that more keys would have been nice, but you know what? We still have like a bunch of loot. We're all filled up here. I was smashing it with the shovel. I forgot about that. There's a pretty good chance we aren't worried about the singular shovel here. We only have one more hallway to get a blockage in, and we can see the door from here, so I don't think there's going to be anything we have to worry about. Stunning that Spoder was actually the right one to stun to. Because the orange spiders are the setup spiders, so we do want to stun them. And he's also dying, so the stun debuff doesn't matter that much. That was a big crit. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Torching on the way in, perfect. What's happening? Oh no! That's like the worst situation! Because you lose the torch on the tile, which gives the enemy all of the, like, advantages to the lower torchlight, even though you just hit it. Could have shadow faded right there. I know we're trying to block stress, but we also have, like, stress prevention and zealous speech here. So I think that could have been shadow fade. And that would have put our Crusader up front to stun one of these dudes. We zap. It's either zap or stun her. No, yeah, you stun this guy. I was going to say, it's either let her bleed out, which is very possible because we have stress healing. So you could just let her bleed out over 2 turns and hope she like does Eldritch Pull next turn. Okay, she's dead anyway. That speed is really coming in handy. Rotate these stuns, perfect. Bleeding in the back, but we have a lot of recovery, so it's not a big deal. And Grave Robber is completely safe there. She cannot get hit if she does not lunge. So she can just throw daggers for the rest of the fight if she really wanted to. Do we lunge though? Nope. Perfect. I'm a huge fan of just shadow fading in general, but shadow fade into dagger. Alright, we're looking pretty okay. Just gotta wait for this guy to die. It's interesting too because Antiquarian is obviously really good for just getting goodies. And she has some pretty niche but helpful combat stuff if you choose to lean into it. So using her to get all of this loot on a boss mission while also setting up Grave Robber is pretty smart. Actually, I had a comment this morning on my Grave Robber guide video. Someone was asking, what do I use instead of Abomination? And I told them that Abomination is pretty hard to replace in the normal Grave Robber team that I like to use, which is Hellion, Grave Robber, Abomination, and Vestal. But if you have to replace Abomination with someone, Antiquarian is probably the second best. Just because she can pick who Grave Robber is killing, and you don't have to like fight for positioning, so she's pretty good. If we get this opening stun, oh, he's so fast though. It's okay, we have a chance. We have a chance to stun this dude. Did not get the crit, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh, we should stun. I would have went for it. Like, I can bulwark next turn. I would have stunned right there. Especially when we're stacking double defense. Yeah, because now he's out of range to stun. We feel sad. Unless Vestal wants to try her crappy stun again. It's okay. Crusader's just going to tank all these fools. And be forced to stress heal. This is actually kind of difficult since they're all stealthing. So you have to, like, just wait. Especially because they don't act their first turn. Just keep trying it. Ooh, these crits. Or I should say, this crits. The Zealous Speech is going to be doing work, though. It's already shaved off a healthy amount of stress across the entire party. And it's going to continue to do so. He summoned 3 stealth dudes. I guess that's better than him summoning a big guy. But still. We blight. Because killing the boss is definitely paramount right now. Just keep throwing daggers. Grave Robber is pretty safe back here. Some average damage. It happens. The other thing to consider is lunging with Grave Robber. And that gives, what is it, Vestal access to her single heal for the entire fight. And then you can just throw daggers and use pick from up there. Because we're probably not getting a lunge on this Necromancer anymore. He's too far. The fact that he can keep making guys, it's not going to happen. Like, we'd have to get a crit with someone else. Or the Blight would have to kill him. And then we'd be able to lunge from that point. But we're not going to be able to. But everyone is taking damage, so being able to spam group heal is actually not that bad either. I think we just keep dumping Blight into Necromancer and just keep ramping it up. And hopefully he's taking like 6 or 9 damage a turn. Like the choice to kill there. Oh, they can hit rank 3. Ooh. Like, all these guys are small potatoes. It's always the Necromancer turn we're worried about. The cleave. Ooh, dodges. Can you not summon the big guys on veteran? It may only be champion. Either way, since these guys have stealth, that makes this fight way harder than it used to be. Because this fight was probably the easiest or second easiest boss in the game. Depending on who you're, like, considering as hard or easy. I think the reason Necromancer is probably slightly harder than someone like Swine Prince is because since he summons dudes, he's always putting more actions on the board, and action economy is like the biggest thing in Darkest Dungeon. Alright, so we're lunging up. That guy's dead, so that's pretty cool. So what's the plan, though? Because we're not going to be able to Shadow Fade and lunge. He's just not going to let us. If we Shadow Fade, he's summoning a guy and he's back in rank 4. So do we just throw daggers from there and give Vestal single heal? It's not bad. Yeah, we don't need to... Like, we don't need a stack prot on Crusader here. Especially because Necromancer can reach wherever he wants. And then we have like a guy stunned. So it's only one attack coming in. Ooh, zap. I respect it. So we're going to get Shadow Fade into hopefully crit dagger to seal this fight. That'd be nice. You have one job, Grave Robber. Make it happen. Do it one time. Yes, we have, I think, close to capped prot, or it is capped. I can't remember if cap is 80 or 90. I think it's 80. It's down to 68. It must be 80. Yeah. It's crazy that we have so much prot. Oh, we didn't get the crit. It's crazy we have so much prot on Crusader, and he's still, like, losing health. It's actually insane. That's unfortunate. Group heal. This fight should be over in 2 turns. Probably one more Blight and then one more Throw Dagger here. Depends. If we get a crit on this Throw Dagger, it's over. But I mean, this fight is over. There's really no way to die from here unless everything starts critting, which it's not. Okay. Okay, game. No, like, it would have to be a series of crits into, like, an affliction. But no, we're not going to... Oh, he's got 1 hit point. Oh, it doesn't matter. I thought he had 2 stacks of Blight, so he's going to go down to 1 hit point. But no, he only had 1. Alright, that was a good stun because that's the one with the turnip. So we're going to hope that we get a turn before Necromancer and we close this out. Okay, he's dead now. Alright. Nice. Well done. We're going to snuff. As soon as we see... Yep. Okay. My homies. Blueprints. Excellent. Clearing inventory space to bring stuff back. We're out of here. Not bad. So we still have like 30 seconds left. What's this last bit of time? Let's see what quirks we get. Level 5 barely. Garbage. Not that great. Gifted's okay. Lurker. Actually sad. Okay. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thank you to Ollie for sending this in for us to watch. It was very cool. Very brave. Not everyone wants to be, judged in front of a couple thousand views or whatever this ends up getting. So I greatly appreciate it. I am currently working on the Arbalest guide. And if you want to submit runs for future installments of this, come join Discord. Let us know. Send me a message, whatever's happening. And the Arbalest guide should be up in a couple days as of this recording. I'm about halfway through the editing process. And it's coming along pretty nicely, surprisingly. I had some points where I was like, man, is this really going to be okay? And then it turns out that it's actually pretty solid. So I'm happy with it. And then next week, I plan to stream at some point. I just don't quite know when, but I will let everyone know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.